two planes collide.
Apple CEO says no. I'm Melissa Lambert.
And I'm Samantha Ruff, and this is your Public Eye News. A new candidate has come forward in the race to become the new Marquette County Sheriff. In August of last year, both Lowell Larson and current Marquette County Undersheriff Mike Klein announced they would be running on the Democratic ticket. Chalk Township Police Chief Greg Zyber announced his bid today. The primary election will be held this summer on August 2nd. Northern Michigan University's music department has been busy lately preparing for the upcoming concerts they'll be putting on. The Jazz Combo Band will have a concert tonight at 7 p.m. in the Reynolds Recital Hall. In the following days, the choir, symphonic bands, and others will also be performing, showing the talent of the music department and students. For a list of upcoming events, you can head over to the link below.
Escanaba Public Safety responded to a report of a garage fire just before 11:30 a.m. on Tuesday in Wells Township. Crews noticed smoke coming from a detached garage on 8th Street, and flames later emerged from the roof. The residents all evacuated safely from the home, which stands just feet away from the garage. The home sustained minor damages due to the heat, and the garage was heavily damaged before fire crews were able to extinguish it. The cause of the fire is unknown, but authorities are still investigating. And a Chatham man is behind bars on several charges of criminal sexual conduct. Michigan State troopers arrested Matthew David Jaqua on 6 charges of first-degree criminal sexual conduct. Each count carries a maximum penalty of life in prison, and police say the incidents happened between 2005 and 2011. The 39-year-old is being held in Alger County Jail on a $100,000 cash bond. A preliminary examination is set for February 23rd in Alger County District Court.
Yesterday around 6 a.m., 2 planes collided on a taxiway at Detroit Metro Airport. No one suffered any injuries from the crash, in which the wing of an American Airlines plane hit the tail of a Southwest Airlines plane. Jim Bishop of Rochester Hills, who was headed to Mexico, told reporters that passengers were stuck on the plane for 3 hours. Passengers were waiting for the wings to be de-iced when a plane was facing the opposite direction. Their wing came across the back of the plane and clipped the other back, taking a piece of their wing and taking the tail cone completely off of the other plane. And today, the House Appropriations Committee approved a bill to spend $30 million out of the current year's budget to pay for some of Flint's residents' water bills. Democrats offered amendments to boost the total amount to $60 million, but the Republican majority shot down the committee. The $30 million would bring the total amount of Flint aid to $71.2 million, $59.8 million of which is from the state's general fund. Governor Rick Snyder has proposed an additional $195 million in state money to address the water crisis, and if passed, the state will have dedicated $232 million towards the crisis. And after the break, we'll have your national and international news. Stay tuned.
American Masters goes pop with the beloved Carole King.
I didn't want to be a singer.
She wrote hit after hit for others.
Some of the best songs you ever heard.
Before she began singing them herself. For her music and story. Look for Carole King on American Masters.
Friday evening at 9 on Public TV 13.
And welcome back. Apple Incorporated CEO Tim Cook says his company will fight a federal magistrate's order to assist the FBI to hack into an encrypted iPhone that belongs to one of the San Bernardino shooters. Cook's response was posted earlier this morning on the company's website and set the stage for a legal fight over implications for digital privacy and national security. He also said the hack could potentially undermine encryption for millions of other iPhone users. U.S. Magistrate Judge Sherry Pime issued the order to help investigators piece a timeline together of the shooters in the December attack that killed 14 people and may have been inspired by the Islamic State group. And just days before the South Carolina primary, Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump is fending off a direct attack from President Obama as Democratic contenders continue to stump for minority votes. Don Champion has the latest on the presidential campaign from New York.
Donald Trump took aim at President Obama in South Carolina Tuesday night, moments after the commander-in-chief said this.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president. And the reason is because I have a lot of faith in the American people. You're lucky I didn't run last time when Romney ran, because you would have been a one-term president.
Trump still commands a double-digit lead in the Palmetto State. Yesterday, he and Marco Rubio bashed rival Ted Cruz for being dishonest.
I've never seen a human being lie so much. He lies about everything.
Didn't tell the truth about Ben Carson in Iowa, is not telling the truth about my position on marriage.
The Texas senator fired back.
They don't respond on substance, they just scream liar, liar, liar.
On the Democratic side, Hillary Clinton is trying to maintain a lead in South Carolina. Tuesday, she and Bernie Sanders courted minority voters.
It's not enough for your economic plan to be break up the banks. You need a plan to address the generations of underinvestment and neglect.
We need to provide substantial help to HBCUs that have done a great job.
Democrats hold their primary in South Carolina a week from this Saturday. Don Champion, CBS News.
This past year, the United States saw an 8% increase in traffic deaths between 2014 and 2015, which was the largest increase in half a century. Around 38,300 people were killed and 4.4 million people were seriously injured, making 2015 the deadliest year since 2008. A stronger economy and lower unemployment rates were among key factors, along with lower gas prices, making travel affordable, putting more people on the road. The estimated amount for motor vehicle deaths and injuries is around $412.2 billion. That total also including wage losses, medical expenses, administrative expenses, and employer costs and property damage. National Safety Council's Deborah A.P. Herman said, quote, "These numbers are serving notice. Americans take their safety on the roadways for granted," end quote. And bloodless surgery was originally developed to accommodate patients with religious concerns. But now the medical community is realizing a procedure could benefit a larger community. Hannah Daniels reports from Englewood, New Jersey.
Madison Mason was born with Down syndrome and a heart condition that required open heart surgery.
I was devastated. It was very overwhelming.
The surgery typically requires a blood transfusion, which goes against the Masons' belief as Jehovah's Witnesses.
We want the best treatment possible for her just without blood. So then we had to look at other avenues.
The medical team at Englewood Hospital agreed to perform the surgery without any transfusions, something they had never done before on someone so young. Instead, they gave Madison natural hormones and iron infusions to boost her own red blood cells.
We really were able to bring her blood counts up so that she was strong enough to sustain some blood loss during the procedure without needing a transfusion.
Because transfusions carry serious risks, more physicians are exploring bloodless medicine for all kinds of surgeries.
There were all these things that we can do to make patients healthier, again, to reduce the amount of blood they lost, to make surgery safer, and these patients actually did better.
Madison made a full recovery and was back home in 4 days.
She came out of surgery, and when she saw me, her face lit up and she was trying to get up.
The Masons believe by staying true to their convictions, their daughter received the best possible outcome. Anna Daniels for CBS News, Englewood, New Jersey.
At least 5 people are dead and 10 are injured after a large explosion from a bomb-laden car in Turkish capital Ankara today. The explosion occurred during rush hour in an area where military headquarters and parliament are located. Ankara's governor said the attack may have been targeting a convoy of buses carrying military personnel. It is not clear who is behind the bombings, but recently, Kurdish rebels, the Islamic State group, and a leftist extremist group have carried out similar attacks in Turkey. The government has imposed a gag order banning media organizations from sharing images of the dead or injured from the scene. And stay tuned because after the break, we'll be back with your weather and sports.
And welcome back to Public Eye News. As you can see behind me, it is absolutely gorgeous with sunny skies. Make sure you get out there to go for a hike. We don't know how long this is going to last. Currently, we have a temperature of 22 degrees, winds north at 6 miles per hour, and a barometric pressure at 30.26 inches and falling. Tonight, we can expect partly cloudy skies with a low of 12 degrees and winds south-southwest at 9 miles per hour. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high of 34 degrees and winds south at 17 miles per hour. Taking a look around the UP in Sault Ste. Marie, 15 degrees and sunny. Down in Manistee, 21 cloudy. Escanaba, 22 and cloudy. And down in Menominee, more sun with 21 degrees. Over in Iron Mountain, we have 22 degrees and sunny. Ironwood, 23 degrees. Up in Houghton, 21 and mostly cloudy. Back here at Marquette, 22 and mostly sunny. Let's take a look at your week ahead. On Friday, we can expect a high of 39, a low of 31, and rain. On Saturday, a high of 38, a low of 29, and mostly cloudy. And on Sunday, a high of 30, a low of 21, and light snow. So I know that it's sunny outside, and it looks like the Pistons are headed for a sunnier route now.
Yeah, let's hope so. They made some pretty key trades, and we're looking to hop into that 8th playoff spot.
Awesome.
The Detroit Pistons acquired Tobias Harris from the Orlando Magic in exchange for Brandon Jennings and Ersan Ilyasova. It was announced on Tuesday. Both teams are currently out of playoff position and are looking to get back in. With Harris, who is averaging 13.7 points and 7 rebounds this season, the Pistons get a young power forward with some shooting range, but the team will also take on the rest of his 4-year, $64 million deal that he signed just this last year. Detroit is 27-27, a half game behind Charlotte in the competition for the 8th and final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. The Pistons expect Harris to bolster their chances of reaching the postseason for the first time since 2009. The Detroit Lions have cut running back Joey K. Bell, who entered the 2015 season as the team's top rusher. Bell, 29, struggled with injuries throughout the 2015 season, was passed on the depth chart by rookie Amir Abdullah and Theo Riddick. He gained a career-low 311 yards on 90 carries with 4 touchdowns this season. Bell played 5 seasons for Detroit after bouncing around the league as an undrafted free agent out of Wayne State early in his career. And in another sad story for the Lions, veteran cornerback Rashawn Mathis announced his retirement Tuesday after 13 seasons in the NFL. The 35-year-old Mathis was drafted in the 2nd round by the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2003 out of Bethune-Cookman and started in the secondary for 10 years with the Jaguars. He was released by the Jaguars following the 2012 season and signed with the Detroit Lions during training camp in 2013. And Duke is currently on a roll back among the nation's elite and looking to deal North Carolina another defeat at Chapel Hill. Bryce Johnson and the Tar Heels are more concerned with widening their lead atop the ACC. Their number 20 Blue Devils attempt to knock off a 3rd straight ranked opponent Wednesday night and prevent 5th ranked North Carolina from a 14th straight home victory. Duke tumbled out of the AP poll for the first time since 2007 thanks to a 1-4 stretch before regaining a spot behind a 4-game winning streak. The last 2 were the most impressive, beating then number 13 Louisville on February 8th before Grayson Allen hit a controversial bank shot at the buzzer for a 63-62 win over 7th-ranked Virginia on Saturday. The ACC's most storied rivalry will take place tonight at 9 from the Dean Smith Center. Well, Alyssa, tonight I'm almost guaranteed to see Bryce Johnson give Grayson Allen a pretty cold shoulder. But I hear a family on Facebook wants a little bit of heat, a little bit of love.
Yeah, they do, for sure. Spring may just be around the corner, but you can't say see you later to this Frosty. A suburban New York family is seeking donations of snow through Facebook to help its 14-foot snowman last until spring. The Frigo family wrapped their snowman in plastic before heavy rain hit the area on Monday before planting a beach umbrella on his head. The snowman survived the rain, but he appears to have lost a few pounds.
I know they're more than welcome to take some of our snow. We have plenty.
So much snow here.
It's insane, but at least we have sunny skies, and hopefully we'll get out, get to do some hiking before it starts to rain and snow once again.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I mean, I'm not looking forward to it, but hey, at least we have hockey games and stuff to do this weekend. It's going to be really great. I'm excited.
Yeah, plenty of sports to stay inside for me and watch this weekend. I know I'm going to be watching the Duke Blue Devils and North Carolina Tar Heels tonight. That's just going to be a stellar matchup.
I'm excited for all of these games, but that's all the time we have for you today at Public Eye News. Stay tuned for tomorrow's show.
The preceding program was produced in studios located in the Edgar L. Hardin Learning Resources Center by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television.